There have been a lot of great knives announced for 2023, and we're at SHOT Show right now where a bunch of those knives are. So we're gonna cut through the static and show you guys the knives we are most excited about for the new year. We are over at CRKT. They have a bunch of amazing knives, but these are for sure my 3 favorite that they have out. I'm gonna show you my favorite first. I'm not gonna leave you in suspense. And that is the LCBK. I'm pretty sure it stands for like lightweight crossbar knife. And it has this awesome crossbar. It has G10. It has a 154 cm blade. It is a lurch design. It does have a deep carry pocket clip. And here's the best part, guys, 100% made in the USA. Not only 100% made in the USA, this crossbar lock and the knife, it's Hogue. So if you like any crossbar stuff that Hogue does, and we all know that they do it maybe the best out there, this thing has it all. So boom, this is one favorite one at CRKT. All right, next, this is from our buddy TJ Schwartz. This is the Overland Compact, and this is just a great little knife. This is something that I've been feeling the knife world has been needing. So you got G10 on the front, you got a stainless steel lock bar on the back, you got your deep carry pocket clip, and D2 blade steel on this. And this thing is just awesome. Little touches of color. I'm really digging this thing. You guys know I like the Polar, I like the Squid. I think this beats the Squid all day for me personally. It's just got a really nice design, and it's new, it's fresh, feels good. All right, finally, we're all gonna need one of these. This is the CRKT Razel Knafs, and Knafs stands for knife axe. And I can tell you this right now, I think it's like a 1075 steel. This is Micarta here. We're gonna get our hands on one of these guys and we're gonna put this thing through the paces because it just looks so dang fun. And this is something that CRKT is great with, is they work with amazing designers and they always have these really amazing designs and they're always willing to have a little fun. And that's what we got from CRKT, guys. Let's go catch the next one. We're at the Buck booth now, and it is no surprise that they have some really cool fixed blades. So one of them is one that's kind of been around, I'm gonna show you, but this one is a brand new one. So this is the Alpha Scout. It's got an S35 VN blade, and this has got the Bose heat treat on it, and it's got a Richlite handle. And Richlite's kind of like a paper canvas micarta infusion. Now, the cool thing about the Alpha Scout is that it's compact. You could totally carry this as an EDC knife. It has jimping in all the right places. It can also easily be used as hunting. That's probably what it was originally designed for. And the scales are removable. So if you are using it for hunting, you can really get it all clean, get all the nooks and crannies, and have yourself basically a brand new knife when you're done cleaning it. Another neat thing about the Alpha Scout is that everything, including the sheath, is made in the USA. Really great carry, could be used for EDC, could be used for hunting. And the Alpha series, which is a new thing that Buck is doing, comes in a couple different sizes, a couple different handle materials. So definitely get some eyes on this. Now, the other one, we really just couldn't pass this up because it's really cool. You guys know I'm a big 119, 120 fan. So here's a 119, this is a standard 119. And here is added to the line, they've done it a little bit here and there, is the Buck 117. So you get a little bit of a size comparison here. I picked the premium version of the 117 because it has an S35 VN blade, which is cool, but isn't super essential for me, but mainly because of the micarta handle. So this really makes for an awesome, cool little fixed blade. The handle is a little bit chunky in comparison to the thickness of the blade, but overall, I think this is a really cool knife. And it comes with a sheath identical to the 119 and the 120, just that beautiful black leather sheath. Buck, definitely not disappointing this SHOT Show. Of course, we can't go to SHOT Show without stopping by the LCBK booth. And the one that caught my eye is a little bit different than I think I would have expected. So this is the Hyphen. It's a Gavko design. You got a 20 CV blade. You got some black anodized titanium. And then you've got this anodized kind of bronze hardware, which is just really pretty. A lot of awesome accents, looks really good. And the reason I say I normally wouldn't pick this type of knife is because the blade shape is just a little strange, but it reminds me just a little bit of Batman, and I think that's what draws me to it. So the Hyphen from Knives, Gavko design, definitely check this thing out. It's really rad. And here's the thing, guys, we're at the LCBK booth, so I've got to mention our good buddy, Ben Banters. If it was not for Ben and for Knafs, we wouldn't even be at SHOT Show.
What was that?
Well, it'll be easier to do my my sponsorship plug now. So guys, This video is brought to you by this man right here.
Watch your arm.
All of our coverage here at SHOT Show is because Ben is sponsoring that. So thank you, Ben, for bringing us to SHOT Show.
You want to see?
We appreciate
something new.
Of course, we want to see something new.
So obviously we've got the banters.
We got the banters. Okay, anyway, we got the banters.
You can watch it later.
I'm gonna watch it later.
So we just came out with a brand new Lander, 14 C28N steel with a micarta handle on it. So it'll be a little more expensive than the D2 version stonewash blade with the swappable scales. So people were asking for that.
And is it coming like this?
That is the configuration. Yep.
Ooh. Ben, did you make this knife for me? You know I love my micarta.
Everything I make is for you, Zach.
Perfect.
It will be available mid-February.
Mid-February.
So it's not even on the site yet.
February, March. Oh, you're getting an exclusive here.
Yeah, you literally, I've never announced it. So you are the very first.
Guys, Not only is Ben making it so the channel can be here, he's also giving you guys special sneak peeks.
First access.
Cool. This is really cool. I like it a lot. I like that it's contoured and I love the Lander.
Dude, thanks for letting me be in the show. I mean, I'm sorry. I'll leave now.
All right. Our good buddies over at MKM, of course, did not disappoint this SHOT Show. Some really neat things coming for 2023. The one that stuck out to me the most is this new Trazola fixed blade. It's called the TPF, which is Trazola Pocket Fixed. This particular one has G10 handles. There's a bunch of different handle skills. As you're gonna get with MKM, they always do a great job. The big thing about this knife is it's Magnacut. This and one other knife that they introduced in 2023 is their first knives with Magnacut, and I think it's great to do it with the Trazola design. Now, it's called the Pocket Fixed, and if you don't know MKM, you've probably already guessed why I'm extra excited about this, because it uses my favorite sheath. So you've got the leather sheath here, and then it has the magnetic clasp there. This is the exact same type of sheath you're gonna find on the MKM Micro or Macro, and just great. So really awesome design from MKM. Check out all the different models they've got. As always, we have a bunch of amazing new knives from Tops Knives. If you're into fixed blades, you just gotta check out their whole new catalog. There are two though that popped right off the table, and one of them is this Eagle Ridge Survival knife. So, right, classic Tops fashion. This thing is a chunk of 1095. You've got a sharpened edge here for striking ferro rods and any type of bushcraft work you want to do. And then you also have this modified Scandi on the front end. Now, when I say chunk, I mean chunk. Look at how thick that thing is. It's awesome. And then you top that off with a removable micarta handle and then a nice, hammering surface on the back end. This thing is just brutally utilitarian, and it like jumped right off the table at me. So this thing is definitely one to keep an eye on, coming soon. Still a little bit in the prototype phase. Now, definitely in the prototype phase, because they haven't picked a steel for it yet, I have to look at what it's called. This is called the Snake River Rescue. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but Tops has a tradition of having an employee design contest, and this knife was actually one of the employee designs. So the employee that designs the best knife gets their knife made and is put into production. So the bull trout that I really love, that was an employee design knife. So this knife is designed by one of the Tops employees, and it's a dive knife. It's got a lot of rad features, pry, hammer. It's got a G10 handle. Funny story is the guy who designed it actually can't swim. So they landed on Snake River Rescue Knife, but they were thinking of something like maybe Shallow End. I just think that's really great. So, give us some nice name suggestions. Maybe Tops will come up with something else if you guys come up with something good down in the comments. A lot of great stuff from Tops, guys. Definitely check out what they have going, and gotta hit the next booth. All right, we're over here at Bokers booth, and you guys may or may not know, but Boker makes some really interesting Damascus knives based on different historical vehicles. So they've got tanks, they got planes, they got boats, and they've got a new one that's really cool. So this is based on a 1969 Z28 Camaro. This blade steel, this Damascus, made by Chad Nichols, is partially from a 1969 Z28 Camaro, which is really, really cool. Now, first question I asked, and the question you might be asking as well, no real Z28s were hurt in the making of this knife. They were cars that were completely trashed in some dude's yard, and they cut out the pieces that they could use to make the Damascus. Now, some cool things about the historical knives that you may not know, they all have a bunch of Easter eggs on them. So, for example, this one is in the shape, more or less, of that 1969 Z28. It even has the cutout here for the brake exhaust. This is similar to the hubcap that you'd find on a Z28 1969. And the other really cool thing is this is a Pantone Correct Le Mans Blue that was on the 1969 Camaro. So, really cool knife from Boker. They've got some great additions, but this is the one that caught my eye the most. Check it out. I was really excited to see the Condor booth, and they have a couple really new entries, and Condor makes a lot of purpose-built knives. There was one that really caught my eye, and that is the Mountaineer Trail series. This one in particular is called the Intent. It's got a 14C28N blade, obviously a micarta handle, and it's got this really cool paracord wrap in the handle. So I came in, I talked with the knife designer, and I asked him, I says, okay, so can you take this off? Can you use it? He's like, it's not even intended for that. What it's intended for is, you know, a little bit of variation in your grip, but really it's a muscle memory thing is what he was saying. So when you grab the knife, you know what the knife is gonna feel like in the different positions you might be holding it in. And they've got this series, comes in bigger knives, smaller knives, different blade shapes. And I thought that was just kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. And I thought you guys might dig to see something a little different as well. Now the sheath, this one's still a prototype. We're at SHOT Show, so we get a sneak peek at some of this stuff. The sheath is not exact, but what he's working on is that you could wear this thing cross draw, you could wear it scout, you could wear it normally on your hip. He's even going to be working with ulti-clip to get a kind of a special ulti-clip for this thing, so you have a lot more carry options. So it's a pretty versatile, pretty cool knife. And like I said, it's just something different. It's refreshing to see something different out there. So this is the Condor Mountaineer Trail series. Check them out. Benchmade has a ton of new offerings for 2023. Some of them are remixes of classics that we all love, and some of them are brand new knives. And the one that caught my eye is called the Narrows. So this is full titanium construction. It's got an M390 blade, nice pocket clip. You got some anodization features here. But the really cool thing about this is a little bit different looking, you know, button system on this. This is an axis lock, but because of how thin this knife is, it's actually a little bit of a different type of axis lock, and they've used some different springs in there. So there's no Omega springs in this, but a different type of torsion spring. The other thing that's really cool about the Narrows is when I first picked it up, I could have swore that it was lighter than a bug out. We actually had to like open up one of the manuals here and like compare the pricing, because this thing is crazy light. It's unbelievable. And to give you an idea of what it looks like next to the bug out, and to show you some of the cool new color stuff that Benchmade's doing with their knives, here is one of the new colored bug outs next to the Narrows. So you get a little bit of a size comparison there. I think what draws me to the Narrows, I didn't even know about the new axis lock stuff or any of that. What draws me to it is just, it's a little unique, it's really thin, and it feels so light in hand. So check out the Narrows. SHOT Show definitely did not disappoint. I think the thing that was really interesting is there were knives that I thought I would be excited about, like seeing a picture of them, and it turned out there were other ones that I liked a lot better. So let us know down in the comments what your favorite were, which one you're gonna get. Catch you on the next one.